We're live. Let's go. We're live. How's everyone doing? Good to have you here. We are live. We are going to build a startup live today on using how to use code. I'll teach you how to build really cool things. We're going to build an entire 3D world. We're going to build an entire 3D world. It is going to be awesome. This is going to be great. This is going to be a lot of fun. There's two things you can do here. There's two things you can do as you watch along. Two things you can do. Number one, you can build with me, right? You can open up Cursor, open up Claude Code, build your projects out with me, get in the chat, hang out with the community, hang out with the FinFam. That's number one. The other option you have is you can kind of vibe along, right? Maybe you open up Cursor, you do your own thing on the side, right? You build out your own thing. You listen to the lo-fi music in the background. You listen to me speak. The pleasant nature of my voice you listen to, you have fun, you vibe with us, right? So you can build with us, learn, or you can vibe with us. Up to you. We like to make this little Thursday coding session. Thursday, you come in, you code with us, you build with us, you hang out. What's going on? We got Harry Bolton. What's up, Harry Bolton? How you doing? How's the audio? Is everything good? Everything sound good? Let's do this. Let's pop open Cursor and let's get the party started, huh? Have you guys been paying attention to what's been going on in the AI world with the Soham Parikh character? Before we get into the coding, for those who missed it, hey from South Africa, says SA Dev. Greetings from Silicon Valley, SA Dev. Good to have you in here. We got a global audience in here. Hello from Sweden, says Alim Palat. How's the background lo-fi music? Too low, too high, just right? Let me know. I want to make it so you can hear it, you can vibe a little bit, you can hang out, we have some fun. Okay, so here's what we're going to build today on stream. We are going to build a 3D AI agent. Too low? Okay, I'm going to turn it up just a little bit. We're going to build a 3D AI agent. How's that? Too loud, too low? This is really cool. I think this is going to be a really cool idea. This is one of my top tier ideas. I wanted to keep secret, but I feel like it'd be cool on this like pre-July 4th stream before everyone goes on vacation in America. Perfect. Good. To build out a really cool idea for you guys. So let's do that. I'm going to also do this as we're going here. I'm going to turn on my lighting. I totally forgot to do that. Okay, here we go. Now I'm lit a little bit better. There we go. How's everyone doing? It's good. This is the third stream. We're about to build our third startup live with Claude Code. Let's do it. Should we do it? Everyone say hello. If you're watching the replay, I don't know if I turned on the chat replay for the people who watch the recording. I keep messing that up. Oh well. Maybe next time. If you're watching the replay, good to have you here. Still stick around and watch us build a startup live with Claude Code. I hope I have the chat replay going. If not, sorry about that. No, chat replay. We have that going. Good. Okay. So you'll be able to see how everyone's talking. Hello from Thailand. What's up? Good to have you from Thailand. Obi-Wan. Hello from UK. We got a global audience. I love that. Say hi in the chat if you're in this live stream and you're not chatting, you're missing out. All right, let's build a startup, huh? Should we build a startup? Let's build a startup. Let me open up Claude Code. And I'll make this instructional too. I'll talk about how you can use Claude Code. Like, you'll learn a lot here. You'll learn a lot on this stream. You'll learn how to build software. Even if you've never coded before in your life, you'll learn it. It'll be fun. Do me a favor. Leave a like. Hit the like button down below as you're watching so we can get more people in here so we can grow this party. We can have a lot of fun. I'm going to open up a project in Cursor real quick, and then I'm going to share my screen so you guys can follow along. Do a new folder, 3D agent, enter, open. All right. Let's add it to the stage here. Let me, I like it kind of like, let's see here. Let's use this one. Boom, I like that one. All right. Hi from Huntsville, Alabama, modeler. Good to have you here, modelier. Good morning, Sam Habibi. Hi from India, says Ayush Pathak. Good to have you here. Hello from Bay Area, California. The Bay Area, California, Johnny P. All right. Hey, Alex. I currently have 0 followers on X. Is Creator Buddy for building an X account from 0? 100% you can build an X account from 0. Helps you find your voice. So it's really good for people with 0. Hello from Northern New Hampshire. Man, we're global up in here. Kelly Burke. What's up, Kelly Burke? Good to have you here. All right. Let's do this. Let's start building, shall we? Man, this has been fun, by the way. This has been fun. I'm about to show you how to build apps with Claude Code, #1 AI coding tool ever. It's been incredible. I'm about to show you that, but I just want to have a side note here. This is our 3rd Thursday live streaming. And it has been a blast. It has been a blast. We've been building AI startups every stream. We've been hanging out. We've been chatting. People in the chat saying hello. People in the chat saying what's good. We've formed like a nice little community here. We formed like a nice little FinFam community, which is sick. So it's been a blast doing these. I hope you guys are enjoying them as well. Because this has been amazing. This has been really, really good. Let me do this, mute this over here. Okay. Should we get the party started? When are we doing a mobile app? That's a good idea, say Dev. Should we do mobile app next week? Mobile app next Thursday. Next Thursday, we're doing the mobile app. So we'll see how we'll do that. Today, we're going to do a 3D AI experience, which I think is going to be sick. A little July 4th special, although it's July 3rd. Little July 4th special 3D AI agent. Next week, we'll do the mobile app. Next Thursday, we'll do the mobile app. I'm a personal trainer building a fitness app, says Nestor. I can tell, dude, you're jacked. I can only see you in that little tiny square, dude, but you're shredded. I'm trying not to curse. I feel like YouTube would punish you for cursing. I'm trying not to curse here. I curse a lot in real life, so I'm trying to be gentle with the curses. Do you know something about Quick Fix? I don't know what Quick Fix is. Oh, let me just share the link to the stream with this other. Here we go. Again, you got 2 options as you code along with me here. You can watch what I'm doing, watch me build, learn how to use Claude Code, hang out, get in the chat, talk to people. Or if you want to use this as kind of like a vibe coding session for yourself, go open up Cursor, Claude Code, whatever you're using, mute yourself, enjoy the background, lo-fi music, hang out, just code along with us like you have a coworker, like this is a co-working space. And just have some fun. For someone with no personal brand, what's the best way of getting an app off the ground? Meta ads, says Harry Bolton. I wouldn't. Meta ads are very expensive and they're very hard to get results with, extremely hard. If you don't have a personal brand or an audience and you're trying to get an app you're building off the ground, I would say this. I would say start building a brand, right? And what you can do is as you're building your brand, you can share your journey along the way. I give this example a lot. I don't know if he's watching. He's a friend of mine, but I love the way he is building. Let me share my screen of, I'll give you an example of someone who didn't have as much of an online presence when they launched an app. And now he has tons of people interested in his app. Let me do this. Present, stop screen, present, share screen. So this is Will Wang. So Will Wang, he has 8,300 followers now. I met Will Wang in December of last year, December 2024. And he wasn't tweeting at all when I met him, right? And he was building his app out. And I'm like, dude, you want to sell this app? You want to get people in your app? You have to be tweeting. And so he started tweeting when I met him in December. He had I think 2,000 followers. And he was building his app at the same time. And to his 2,000 followers, which aren't a lot on X, to be quite honest, they're not a lot. He was sharing his journey of what he was building. He was showing demo videos. He was talking about what he was building that day. He was using it like a diary. And he has thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people now on his wait list for his app. So you don't need a full audience to build and launch a mobile app or any kind of app with AI. Right? If you have no audience, that's fine. Start building one as you're building, right? And share your journey. Share your journey, what you're building, and I promise you, you'll get an audience as you go, and you'll get users to your app. I guarantee it, 100%. So even if you have 0 followers, if you're building an app and you want people in your app, start creating content. I like Twitter. X has got the best indie hacking scene of any social media network, right? X has got the best indie hacking scene of any social network. There's indie hackers there, left and right out the wazoo. All you got to do is tweet a couple times a day and you're good. So Will Wang's a good, I think, example of someone who was able to get users onto his app with no one in his audience. He's got 8,000 now. But that's because he was sharing his journey as he goes. A B&B mobile app would be cool, like a bed and breakfast mobile app. Like people can book your bed and breakfast and stuff. Nepo, let me know what you mean by that. We could build that out. All right. Should we start building our AI agent, our 3D AI agent in Claude Code? Let's do it. Present. Hope everyone's doing well. Thursday, it's noon here on the West Coast, 3 p.m. East Coast, much later if you're in Europe. Holiday Thursday for those in America. Holiday Thursday, which if you're working a 9-to-5 office job, was the best feeling in the world. And when you had a good holiday on a Friday. Say Thursday was kind of your Friday, but even then you kind of leave halfway through the day on Thursday. Oh, is there a better feeling than that? No better feeling than that. All right, let's start building. I got cursor up on my screen. What we're going to do is we're going to use Claude Code. For those who don't know, Claude Code is the best AI coding tool on the planet right now. It is the best AI coding tool on the planet right now. So we're going to do this. Hide the debug console. I moved my terminal over to the right just because I like the way this looks a little bit better. And I'm going to type in Claude, and Code is going to launch, and we are good to go. Is this record? It says Sam Habibi. Yes, Sam Habibi. Sam Habibi, this will be showing up in my live section on my YouTube channel. So that if you want to watch the recording after, you can do it. You can rewatch this all over. And shout out to everyone watching the recording right now, by the way. Shout out everyone watching the recording right now. Enjoy the show. Listen, if you're watching the recording right now, I know this is a super long video. Feel free to put it off to the side. You code while I'm coding, and we're kind of like buddies and we're coding together. I feel like that's kind of fun. I got the lo-fi music going on so you can vibe and chill. Let's go, bosses. Randy Bryant. Let's go to you, my man. Let's go to you. I am building diabetes management app for South Africa. That's amazing, SA Dev. Healthcare is the biggest place. Healthcare and law are the two biggest things you can disrupt with AI right now. If you build apps for healthcare or law, you could make money quick. I'm not joking. Like, you can make money very, very quick. They are ripe for disruption. If you want to code along with me here, feel free to download Claude Code. Just Google Claude Code. It'll have the terminal command on the Claude Code website. You can copy and paste into your terminal. It installs Claude Code, then you type in Claude and you're good to go. And you're building with me with Claude Code. For those who are not as familiar, Claude Code is the #1 AI coding tool right now. It is by far the smartest. It's incredible. It feels like you're working with an actual senior developer who just builds you code. You don't need to write any code yourself. It does everything for you. It's pretty amazing. You see it here on my screen right now. You just type in what you want, and then the AI developer goes and builds it out with you. You type in what you want, and the AI developer goes and builds it out for you. It's pretty incredible. Everyone should be using it. If you've never coded a day in your life, get it installed, get it going, experiment. I really mean this. I really mean this. I think this is the #1 economic opportunity of our lifetimes, right? People want, oh, why all you do is talk about AI coding? All you do is talk about AI coding. This is the #1 economic opportunity of our lifetime right now. I'm not joking. This is the #1 economic opportunity of our lifetime. This is the first revolution, technological revolution, that is completely democratized. And what I mean by that is this is the first time anyone with any skill set, background, whatever, as long as you have access to the internet, you can create economic freedom for yourself. You can create wealth for yourself for the first time in history, right? Before, you needed connections. The Industrial Revolution, you need connections. You know people who built things, right? For the .com revolution, you need to know how to program. You need certain skill sets, right? This one, all you need is access to AI. Then you can talk to AI and say, hey, how do I build this? And it tells you how to do it. This is the first fully democratized revolution. So anyone can go out there and build anything and create economic freedom for yourself. It's incredible. Excalibur, what's up, Excalibur? AI lesson planner or learn anything but supercharged with AI. Don't know what that means. Sorry. But does Claude Code have a free tier? No, Claude Code does not have a free tier, unfortunately. You do need to pay for the $17 version. I believe that's I think the $200 a month version's worth it, but you can try the $17 version out to make sure you like it. If you want, you can also just download Cursor. Cursor has a free tier. If you download Cursor, which I have on my screen now, you can do the same exact workflow I'm going to show you with Cursor. I just think Cursor's a tad bit not as good as Claude Code, but you can do this with Cursor as well. Right, so it's up to you. Download Cursor. If you don't want to pay the $17 right now while we do this stream, feel free to download Cursor and use the free tier. You can do the exact same things I'm showing you. AI in general is probably going to change humanity as much as the invention of agriculture. Vibe coding is a way for everyone to have a piece of that revolution. 100% agree. 100% agree, Modelier. This is a way for anyone to have a piece of economic freedom that AI is providing. Any familiarity with Lovable? Any things you do not like about Lovable? It says RL. Yeah, a couple things, RL. Yes, I am familiar with Lovable. Lovable is kind of in the same boat as Bolt.new, is in the same boat as V0. They're more AI prototyping tools. And what I mean by that is like they're good at like building the prototypes for apps. But if you're building any sort of like large, complex app with tons of functionality and features, it's not going to be able to do the job. I think it has its place. It's really good for building like the V1 of an app, like the prototype, like validate. I mostly preach it because I think it's like a red pill for AI coding, right? Like with Cursor or Claude Code, you got to download stuff, install stuff. They have like complex UIs. With Lovable and V0 and Bolt.new, you just go and like you have a prompt and you type it in, right? You don't have to download anything, install anything. Like you don't see any of the tech. It just works. And so I think Lovable and Bolt.new is a great red pill, right, for AI coding to get you in the door. It's like the gateway drug, right, of AI coding. But if you're trying to do anything serious and build like complex apps with tons of features or anything like that, I think you got to be on Cursor or Windsurf or Claude Code. Those are the three kings of AI coding. I got Claude Code as number one though right now. Does Claude Max equal 50 section per month? Am I right? Claude Max is, I don't know what 50 section is, but it's a lot of, you can use a lot of prompts in Claude Code. Yes, a bed and breakfast app that hosts local bed and breakfast in 10-kilometer proximity from user's location. You can do that, dude. You 100% could do that right now. I'd go to an AI, put that idea in and say, how do I build it? Emmanuel Legault, and is that French? Funny you mention this. I'm a law student. My goal is to create an app for big law. What do you suggest me to make sure my build is secure and it will be used as confidential data, says Emmanuel Legault. That's a great name, Emmanuel. Fantastic name. Emmanuel Legault. That's like a royal, like king and queen name. I love that. Great name. Never change your name. Never legally change your name, Emmanuel. If you get married, don't change your name. Keep the name. Here's what I would do, Emmanuel. If you're building products in industries you're not as familiar with, make sure you have an AI up, smartest AI. So either Claude Opus 4 or ChatGPT 03. Those are the two best right now. And ask these exact questions, right? Hey, I'm building this app that does this in law. What are the important laws for me to know? What should I avoid? What should I know? How do I stay within the boundaries of the law? What companies and firms do I need to talk to make sure I'm legally compliant, right? This is like kind of the mindset you need when you're building with AI is anytime I have any curiosity or question or I don't know how to do something, your immediate reaction needs to be, okay, I need to talk to an AI and ask this question. That needs to be your immediate reaction. You know what I'm saying? Like it's another form of agency, right? There's this, it's autonomy. It's, I managed a team of, I managed a tech team at a company called MongoDB before. I'm wearing the swag right now. I managed a tech team at MongoDB before. And what separated the good employees from the bad employees was who like thought autonomously and who didn't. And what I mean by that is some employees, the moment they had a question or a problem, their gut reaction was to Slack me or send me an email. Hey, how do I do this? What do I do here? How do I do this? Can you guide me through this? And then there are other employees whose gut reaction anytime they ran into a challenge was to like just figure it out, right? They just went and figured it out. And yes, the figuring it out way is much more challenging and difficult. But like if you get in the exercise of, oh, I have a challenge, I'm going to figure it out. Oh, I have a challenge, I'm going to figure it out. You're going to get much more done and you're going to be so much better. 99% of this world, the moment they run into a challenge, they don't know how to do something, they quit, over. Or they go around asking 1,000 people how to solve it, right? Like for you, Emmanuel, 99% of people when running into this problem, like they want to build an app, they don't know if it's legal or not, will just quit and they won't do it and they won't build it. But the 1%, if you can be, and this is the word of the stream, I'm gonna have the word of the stream. I wish I had like an editor or producer who can put this up on the stream right now. The word of the stream is autodidactic. If you can be autodidactic, you will succeed. And basically what that means is the ability to figure things out on your own. And AI has made it easier than ever for people to be autodidactic. So, Emmanuel, what I'd say is, as you're building your app, disrupt big law, which fantastic idea. Do it, Emmanuel Legault. Do it. Amazing idea. Amazing idea. As you're building out the app, be autodidactic. Anytime you have bad sound, what's the bad sound? What's the bad sound, says Django El Rey. Is there bad sound for anyone else? As you're building this out, as you're being autodidactic, Mike Gain? What is that? Oh. I don't know. I'll turn the background music down. Maybe that's what's doing it. As you're being autodidactic, as you're building your app out and you're being autodidactic, just make sure anytime you run into challenges, you ask the AI and figure it out. If you can get that skill and be autodidactic, you'll be incredible. Yeah, better now, man. All right. Sorry about that. I just turned the background music off. All right, let's start building. That's my speech. That's my spiel, as they call it. My spiel. If any of you guys have other questions, feel free to put it down in the chat. Happy to answer it. Also, leave a like. Leave a like so you can get more people in this party. Much better with the mic near your mouth. Okay, we'll get near to the mouth. We'll get near to the mouth here. Here we go. Now I got it right in my mouth. Maybe we'll turn the background music back up again. Now I got the mic right up in my mouth. I'm basically eating the mic. Is there a big difference between Claude Code and VS Code GitHub Copilot? Yes, there's a tremendous difference. Claude Code's the best. Claude Code's smarter than GitHub Copilot by 1.5 miles. Claude Code's the one to go. Have to be on Claude Code. Have to be on Claude Code. All right. How do you stay organized with your questions and planning? So when you have a question, you ask the question to a model, how do you keep those questions and answers, conversations organized? Says Flagpole. That's quite the question. Your audio is great. You're getting started with Claude Code Vid. Changed my workflow in the best way. Thank you, says Sierra Catalina. Sierra Catalina, great to have you in the YouTube community. For those who aren't following Sierra Catalina, also fantastic name, as well as Emmanuel Legault and Sierra Catalina should be friends because those are two of the best names in this chat right now. What was I going to say? Follow Sierra Catalina on X. Fantastic X account. Back to Flagpole's question. So when you have a question, you ask a question to a model, how do you keep those questions and answers organized? A couple ways, Flagpole. Good question. Couple ways. I use two main tools. To stay organized when I'm vibe coding. Two main tools outside of, and this is a good idea for if anyone from Cursor or Claude Code's listening, you got to add these features. Probably Cursor would add this. Claude Code just. I use Linear and I use TickTick. Linear is a project management tool. TickTick is a to-do list tool. So Linear, I'll show you. I'll show you Linear. Linear is a project management tool. I'll show you how I organize. Anytime I come up with new ideas for apps, or I talk to an AI and they say something interesting that I want to remember, or anything like that, I use Linear to create stories and create parts of projects to remember for the long term. So Linear, if you search for Linear, it's just a good way to build out projects and remember notes for projects you're building. And then the other tool I use is TickTick. I've used every to-do list on planet Earth, things and Wonder List in them all. I settled on TickTick. I don't know why. It just feels the nicest, I guess. I don't know. I like TickTick. TickTick's just the one I chose. And the premium plan is really generous. I think it's like $10 a year or something like that. So I went with TickTick. If you haven't checked out the Claude Code video I put up a few days ago, check it out. It's the beginner workflow for using Claude Code. It's taken off. It's like my best performing video. So check that out. Is there maintenance or update to consider for an AI-built app or web? Example, security patches, compatibility checks after creating. Yes, great question, Oscar C. If you have other questions, feel free to get in the chat right now. I'm going to answer them all. Great question, Oscar C. So I'm going to show you, I'll show you in this live stream one of my ways I do this, but I'm also filming another video the moment this live stream ends on my workflow for this exact question. We're using AI agents to solve security and patches and compatibility and all that. But I use background agents. So Oscar C, you guys aren't on Cursor yet on the latest version of Cursor. You absolutely need to be. You absolutely need to be, because in the latest version of Cursor, you have background agents that you can have on your phone like this. And so here's what I would do. Here's a little spoiler for my video I'm going to be posting tomorrow morning. I hope people watch videos on July 4th because I'm posting one tomorrow. I don't really care. I'm just going to do it anyway. What I do is these little tiny tasks, right? Like security, patches, compatibility checks, things you do after an app is launched, after it's in production. I'm not saying you got to wait for security till after. You should do security during building the app. But I'm saying like after you launch, you have more, like the security never ends. But after you launch and you have other things to do, what you should do is get on the latest version of Cursor. Look at these fingerprint smudges. I'm a mess. I'm disgusting. How can you guys even watch me? Open the background agents on your phone, right? Have the shortcut on your home screen for the background agents on the phone. And then, for instance, what I was doing, I was at the gym yesterday, back in bicep day, getting a huge pump on, getting the biceps huge, right? In between sets, I go on and I go, hey, review the security of my tweet syncing tool, right? So I give it a specific feature in my app and I wanted to review the security. I put that into my background agents on Cursor on my mobile app and I send it off. And so throughout the day, here and there, in between tasks, right? You go onto your background agent on your phone in Cursor, you send it off, say, hey, review the security here. Or, hey, can you optimize the code of this part of my app? Or, hey, can you do this, right? And that's how you stay on top of things. You have like your background agents going doing tasks. Think of them like employees. When something comes to your mind, oh, I don't know if my security is good enough on this app yet. Okay, go to your security agent, go to your employee on Cursor, your background agent, say, hey, check out the security of this feature, send them off, and they go to work. That's how I'd handle that, Oscar C. Hope that's helpful. Hope that is helpful. Portuguese, Brazilian, translate. Unfortunately, I do not speak Portuguese, Diego Cruz. But what I'll do is this, Diego Cruz. Once I am a millionaire, for my AI apps making millions and millions and millions of dollars, I will hire a full-time Portuguese translator to sit in the chat of this live stream, and he will translate everything I say and do in real time into the chat in Portuguese. Or I'll one-up you, Diego. Once my apps have made me $10 million, I will hire a Portuguese translator to sit on the couch right here behind me. And as I'm talking, they write on a screen everything I'm saying in Portuguese. and hold it up so you can follow along with what I'm doing. Diego Cruz. If you want what I'm saying in Portuguese before I make $10 million on my app, there's got to be some sort of tool out there to transcribe what I'm saying to Portuguese. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if that's built in to YouTube already. I'd click around. Unless, of course, you can't understand what I'm saying right now, then I don't know. I don't know. Wish I could help. Wish I knew Portuguese. Wish I knew every language in the world, Diego. But AI will come and solve that soon. AI will come that soon. Solve that soon. Chef is back in the kitchen. Have you heard of Taskmaster? Completely changed the game for me since last time. I've heard of Taskmaster. I installed it and used it a little bit. I'm going to be... I get these questions 1,000 times a day. Do you use this tool? 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 I don't use any other third-party plugins. I just, like, if I want to manage tasks, I tell Claude to make a to-do list for me, right? It's in my Claude rules list, and make a to-do list for me. I don't like managing 100 third-party tool. I'm all about simplicity. I'm all about simplicity. I've built and launched my app with no third-party tools. I just use Cursor. I use Claude Code. That's it. Hello, bro. Remember me? Bernardo Teixeira. Of course I remember you. One of the greatest names from the last stream. Of course I remember you, Bernardo Teixeira. What do you think? I'm an idiot? You think I got this place having a live stream on YouTube with 86 people in it by being an idiot? Bernardo Teixeira. I'm not an idiot. Of course I remember you, Bernardo Teixeira. Did you hear Cursor hired 2 ex-employees from Claude Code, says Nestor Aquino. Yeah, I did hear that. I'm a little confused by that, to be quite honest. Nestor, I'm a little confused by that because I feel like Anthropic has all the leverage. And for those waiting for me to build stuff, apologies. These are, again, some really good questions in this chat right now. I promise you, we will be building really something really cool with Claude Code in a second. It's coming. I promise you it's coming. We just got some really good questions here. I feel like this is a really good question. Get in the chat if you have other really good questions like this. Yes, which I find weird that Cursor did that, not because I think it's like a bad move to have Claude Code builders on your team. I think it's genius. The issue is I feel like Anthropic has like all the leverage in the world, right? Like if you piss off Anthropic and they're like, oh, screw you, buddy. You don't have access to Claude 4 anymore. Then you're screwed. Like everyone will get off Cursor immediately. If Anthropic cuts off Cursor from Claude 4, they're done. They're over. They're toast. So I feel like they have all the leverage. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see if Anthropic flexes that leverage because they did it with Windsurf. You guys remember that? When OpenAI bought Windsurf? When Claude 4 came out like a week later and it wasn't on Windsurf, they said, screw you. You're not getting they're not getting Claude 4. And a lot of people left Windsurf because of that. So I wonder if they're going to do that to Cursor and just say, screw you guys. We're going to only manage, we're only going to support Claude Code moving forward. I have AI help me build, but hey, if it plays off and Anthropic doesn't flex that leverage, and now you got 2 of the best builders in the world because Claude Code is unbelievable. I have AI help me build a plan to slap and a click up. Love that. What do you do when Claude Code goes in a loop? Says Prince Sana Wayne. We got a Prince in the chat. That's amazing. What do I do when Claude Code goes in a loop? I rewind and try again. I'll show you how I rewind in this too. I go over how I rewind Prince in my latest video. Which is, I forget the title. It's just my latest video. Check out my latest video. What do you think of building AI agents for SMBs via LangChain and NAN? I use LangChain. I love it. I think it's a great tool. Just subscribe to Claude Code. I think you're a genius, Carla, for doing that. You're a genius for doing that. You took the next step in your journey, Carla. Congratulations. I use Windows. I can't seem to get Claude running. Doesn't like the terminal and cursor. Anyone have any ideas? Yeah, here's the story, Braiders. I'm going to be honest with you. It's like the same thing with like the iPhone. If you're building anything serious right now, you just got to be on Mac, right? Like if you're building like a serious app, you have to have an iPhone because apps are like more popular on iPhone. If you're building anything serious with AI, you just got to be on Mac. It just like, it is what it is, right? And I know that's tough. I know that's not the easiest thing to do. But like all the AI tools coming out are Mac first. Like, it just is what it is. The good news is this. The good news is this. It has never been easier to get into the Mac ecosystem. Boom. $500 Mac Mini. You can get an M4 Mac Mini for $500 right now. This is the sickest deal of all time, right? So if you're building with AI right now, you just have to get a Mac. Dude, just activate subs. What do you mean activate subs? I have subs activated. What are you talking about? Dude, just activate subs. What does that mean? Do I not have subs activated? What are you talking about? Just activate subs. I have subs activated. Do I not? There's people subscribed in here. What are you talking about? Subs activated. I have subs activated. It says join. What are you talking about? Claude Code hooks, Alex. I'm going to do a follow-up video on Claude Code hooks. I have to do some more research and get like a good narrative. It's important when creating any content that you have a banger narrative. Here's a little content hack for those watching at home. You have to have a good narrative. You can't just go and demo something. There's 1,000 people. There's 1 million people on YouTube demoing everything left and right. Anything sometimes releases, they do a demo on YouTube. But the key to making banger content, Brian Smith, on Twitter or YouTube, wherever you're creating content, is you got to have a good narrative. So I'm working on the narrative around Claude Code hooks. We'll get there soon. That's why the videos are taking off. That's why we got 96 people in this live stream right now. #1 tech live stream, fastest growing tech live stream in the world right now. Thanks for the security compatibility response. No problem. Do you hand off your workflow from Claude Code to cursors, background agents at any point? Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. So, okay, so I'll do a little spoiler for you, Sierra Catalina, because this is literally what my entire next video that I'm going to film the moment this live stream ends is about, is exactly how I do the interaction between Claude Code and background agents. I wish this thing would just sit still. There we go. Let's put this here. My entire next video I'm about to film the moment this ends is about my workflow with Claude Code and background agents. Here's how you think about it. Here's a little spoiler for those at home who are waiting for my next video, which will be tomorrow morning. Here's a little spoiler for those at home. Here's what you do. Let me pull open cursor again and I'll show you. Present, share screen. Great question, Sierra Catalina. Great question. So for those at home, if you're doing Claude Code and cursor, you have two different tool sets, right? You have Claude Code. Actually, you have three different tool sets. You have Claude Code, you have the AI agent, and you have background agents, which is this cloud icon right here, right? So there's no real reason, in my opinion, to, like, Claude Code and the AI agent are basically the same exact thing. So you don't need to use the cursor agent, but the background agents are definitely something different than Claude Code. And so they can work hand in hand. So the way I look at it is this, Sierra Catalina. I use Claude Code for my main task. I look at Claude Code as my senior developer. So that's the one that builds out the scaffolding, right? So let's do this. Let's start building this out, right? So I'll go, I want to build out a 3D office space in 3JS. In this office space, I want a D character walking around that I can talk to. It should be powered by an LLM so I can talk to it and get answers. Let me shift tab so we go in plan mode. So shift tab gets you in plan mode. I want build me a plan. Okay, so here's how I think about it. The Claude Code is my senior developer who's now going to set up the scaffolding for me, right, Sierra? It's going to set up the scaffolding for me. Once this is done and my senior developer has built out the main part of my application, then I go to the background agents and I start setting up subtasks. So I'll have, for instance, a security agent, right? And I'll say, hey, you're a security agent. please check over the security of my app so far. And I'll hit send, and I'll immediately spin up a new agent. And I'll go, okay, I want you to fix the styling of the 3D so it looks nicer. Boom, send that off. Then I spin up another agent. You're my marketing agent. Come up with a script for a YouTube video where I demonstrate this app. Boom, send that off. Open up another agent. Implement controls so I can walk around the office. Boom, set it up, right? Then I go back to Claude Code because that's my main developer. And I'll go, okay, set up the LLM functionality where I can talk to my, the AI in the app. And that does the intense, main scaffolding and functionality of the app. While my background agents, I'm just spinning up AI agents in the background to go and work on the app on the little tiny things, right? That's how I look at using Claude Code with the background agents. That's how they work really tightly together. If you can master that workflow, you're in a good spot and you'll get a lot done. You'll 10x your output doing it that way. You'll 10x your output. What do you think about that? Is that kind of cool? Is that kind of cool? I feel like that's kind of cool. That's what I've been doing. I appreciate that though, Sierra Catalina. I appreciate that. I got top fans. I got XP in here. I don't even know what that is. What is XP? Top fans. A place for fans to stand out in the community. The top 3 get special badges in live chat. It resets every stream, so you can always try again. How do you get on the leaderboard? You'll need to collect experience points. Here's how you get them. Send live chat messages or send super chats with super stickers. Oh, got it. Hey, Sierra Catalina, shout out you. You're the #1 fan right now. You're tied with Modelier and Harry Bolton. Shout out you guys. Top fans. I love it. So much alpha in here. Thank you so much, Alex Legend. I appreciate you, Sarah Catalina. Anytime you guys have questions, if you're connected with me on X, just DM me whenever. If you have questions, or obviously come through the live chat, and I'm happy to help out here too. I love talking about this stuff. I love it. Should we see? Oh, wait, let's see what. I'll go back to the questions in a second. Let's just see what this plan is. So for those just joining, we're going to build out an app here live on stream. We're going to build out a startup. I want to build out a 3D app with 3JS with AI functionality. I think the future of tech is going to be 3D environments with AI, with like LLMs powering the 3D environment. So I want to build one out here. Excuse me. I hope I don't destroy my voice for the video I have to film after this. So I want to build that out here. If you have any questions as we go, feel free. Why don't you just build AI agents that speak Portuguese? It's a good question. We should do that. Thanks for the security compatibility. Man, my voice is going to be shot after this. I don't know how I'm going to film the video. After this, but whatever. Can you create multiple agents for whatever need be? Also, if you create multiple agents that can converse with each other and troubleshoot back and forth, you can definitely do that. Put that idea into an AI, an LLM. You can definitely build that out. We might build that out here on this live stream right now. And how am I going to film video? I can't. That's new rule moving forward. I can't film videos in the days I do live streams. My voice is going to be shot. Shout out you guys. 101 people in the stream. This is an all-time high for the stream. #1 fastest growing live stream in tech of all time. This is our 3rd live stream. We're already at 101 concurrent. Love you guys. Thank you. Love you guys. Thank you. Seriously. Thank you. Let's keep this party rolling. Hey, just joined. Sorry if it's already been asked. Is it worth learning about application setup best practices before building? If you are watching in the replay, leave a comment. Replay enjoyer. Leave a comment if you're watching. I'm curious how many people are in the live stream and how many people are in the replay. If you're in the replay, leave a comment. I am a replay enjoyer. Leave that comment. I'm just curious. Hey, just joined. So sorry if it's already been asked. Is it worth learning about application setup best practices for building? Security, efficiency, and concerns I have. 100%. 100%. Because you don't want to. Well, no, I'll say this. You should know them, but you shouldn't have anything be a blocker for you from getting started, Ski. Right? Here's the problem 90% of people have is they let questions and challenges like this be their blocker from getting started. So like, oh, I got to build some AI. I want to build an application. I need to get started. I don't know security. And then they never get started because of it, right? Or they go, oh, I don't know how the tech behind this. I don't know what tech to use for my app. And then they never get started. So what I'm trying to say, Ski, is yes, it's important to know about security when it comes to building your application, but no, that shouldn't be a blocker from getting started. What I'll say is this, Ski, just get started. Just get started. Download Claude Code, download Cursor, just start building stuff before you ship to production. Then you learn it. So but don't ship to production without learning security, right? But get started, and then as you go, learn the security. As you go, learn the OpEx, the efficiency, and all that. And then make sure you learn that before you ship to production. But don't let that be the blocker for getting started, right? Because you say, should I learn it before building? No, just get started and then learn as you build. And the way you learn as you build is you go to the AI and you say, hey, how do I do this? You spin up an AI agent, the background agent, and say, hey, take care of the security, right? By the way, shout out California Sun. I moved from New York to California 6 months ago. I'm the tannest I've ever been for a mile. For those who saw me 6 months ago, I'm 10,000 shades paler back then than I am now. Shout out to California Sun. I look fantastic right now. I got to be honest. I'm staring at myself right now on my monitor. That's how good this tan looks. Shout out California Sun. Have you seen the new version of Cursor 1.2? Yes, I have. We'll be doing a video on that soon. What was the second most insightful thing you got from Naval the other night? So quick story time. We'll continue building an app in Claude Code. I hope you guys don't mind the chatting with the chat. I hope this is entertaining for the chat people who are chatting with the chat. These are really good questions. So for those who don't know, the other night, Sunday night, I get invited to a dinner. With a couple guys. There was women there too. I say guys, it's, means both sexes. With a few guys, girls and guys. We're eating, Thai place. Halfway through, it's in like a back room. Halfway through, the back room door opens up. And in walks Naval Ravikant. And for those who don't know, Naval Ravikant, all-time great, right? Great investor, started AngelList, invested in thousands and thousands of companies, right? One of an incredible investor. But what I actually like him most for is his mindset, his philosophy, right? If you ever read his books, this is not his book, someone wrote it about him, but read Anthology of Naval. It's all about his mindset. It's all about his tweets. Best tweeter of all time, the Michael Jordan of tweeting. Incredible philosopher. Walks in, sits down right across from me at the dinner table. And I'm like, I wasn't that on the outside, because when you're around famous and rich people, you can't be like, because there's nothing that turns off famous and rich people more than being like, oh, on the inside, I was doing that. On the outside, I was like, oh, Naval, nice to meet you. Which is a critical mistake because he doesn't shake hands. He went in, he's like, oh, I don't do that. He put down his fist. That's on me. I should have known he doesn't shake hands. I should have went for the, so I got bad foot going for the handshake. Should have went with the fist bump. But we had a little comment. I was like, hey, what are you working on? He's like, oh, I'm working on a stealth startup, so I can't talk about it too much. He's like, what are you working on? Well, it wasn't the most excited, what are you working on in the whole world? Like, he's clearly just like, I guess I'll be nice and ask him what he's working on, even though I don't give a flying. I told him a little bit about Creator Buddy. He asked me a couple follow-up questions, which is nice. So that was cool. But yeah, we had dinner with Naval Ravikant a few nights ago. That was so sick. Gemini 2.5 Pro model is not available in Cursor. Who cares? Stinks. Claude Sonnet way better. Claude Opus way better. How do you like deploy an app? Vercel. You deploy it on Vercel. You get the code in Cursor, you deploy it to GitHub, then you deploy that to Vercel. Boom. Let's see what we got. Going back to the chat. We're a little behind in the chat. Didn't you do init first? That gets you the Claude rules file. Nice to meet you. Hope to connect with other women building, says Pretty Pudgy. Good to have some women in here. I was looking at the stats, man. I was looking at the stats in my latest videos, guys. We don't got a ton of women watching these videos. We don't got a ton of women watching these videos. I hope we can get more women in here because we don't got a ton of women watching our videos. It seems like the live streams, we got a lot of women in here, but on the YouTube videos, it's not looking too good. It's not looking too good. Let me show you what I got in my back end. Let me show you what I got in my analytics here. This video has 27,000. This video has 34,000 views. 99.2% are male, which is crazy. Like, this is the biggest economic opportunity of all time, vibe coding and AI coding. And only 99%, only 0.9%. This math isn't mathing too much right here, but only 0.9% of the viewers are female. Just sad. We got to get more women on. If you know any women, text them right now and get them in this stream. I used one for sequential and parallel sub agents. They had 3 sub agents. Good workflow. Are you being sponsored by Claude? Says Darko Markovsky. I wish, dude. If anyone knows anyone at Anthropic, hit them up. Tell them to sponsor me, because I would love to be sponsored by them. That'd be incredible to partner. Let's build something. Should we build? We've been doing a lot yapping, and we'll go back to questions. I'll answer questions throughout. Try a little tea with honey right before. I should. I have a very delicate voice. I have a very delicate voice. When I have like the worst ADD and ADHD of all time. When I was a kid in like kindergarten, literally I did this every day for like 2 years straight. It was the stupidest thing ever. They'd let us out during recess, and I would run out of the school and I would just yell at the top of my lungs for day after day after day after day for years. They'd let me out and I would just yell at the top of my lungs. And my voice was just perpetually destroyed year in and year out, from like 5 years old to like 12 years old. I have no idea why I did that, other than I was an insane child. There's no reason. From every day, I just, recess would open, I'd yell and I'd yell at the top of my lungs. For 7 years straight, my voice was perpetually destroyed. And so now I lose my voice so easily. We're 52 minutes in this stream, I'm already losing my voice. And that's because I was so stupid. If there's one thing I can go back and change about my entire life, it'd be the fact that I ran out and yelled at the top of my lungs every day for like 6 years straight as a kid. Destroyed my voice permanently. Dude, this app, you make the AI character a teacher and you put on VR glasses and learn any subject in VR. Imagine learning very relatively from Einstein. Isn't this a good idea? Noble life path. Isn't this a good idea we're about to build out? I was actually hesitant to build this idea out on stream because I actually think it's like a genius idea. I'm like, maybe I should keep the secret and build it myself. But I said, screw it. July 4th special. We're building it out. We're building it out. Claude Code is expensive. I'm poor. I live in the Balkans. First of all, shout out the Balkans. Shout out the Balkans. We got Balkans representing in the stream. Second of all, Darko, then download Gemini CLI. Free. It's like the free version of Claude Code. It uses Gemini 2.5 Pro, which is not as good as Claude, but it's free. You download. If you're in here and you can't afford Claude Code because it's like $200 a month, do yourself a favor. Download Gemini CLI. Exact same thing, except a little dumber. Free. There you go. There's your workaround. Download that and get with me. Get with it. Get with me here. You guys got to be coding with me here. You have 2 options as we code here. You can either watch and learn and get in the chat and hang out, or you can pull us up and code along with me and hang out and listen to the lo-fi, even though I've been talking over lo-fi the entire time. I'm losing my voice. It is what it is. I sacrificed my voice for you guys. Keep cooking, chef. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see the plan. 3D office space with AI character implemented. Build an interactive 3D office environment where users can walk around and have conversations with AI-powered characters. So it's going to initialize Node.js. So for those who don't know at home, Node.js, most popular, easy to use web application framework there is. Always use Next.js if appropriate. Ask the AI; it'll tell you which to use. Oh, it's Node.js. I misread that. Node.js project. Set up basic web structure. Okay. Basic 3JS scene, office space modeling, character model, character movement, AI integration, LLM integration, voice Oh, that'd be sick if there's voice capability. So the AI 3D characters can actually talk to you. Player controls, proximity detection, front end. Oh yeah, I like this. This is cool. This is a good plan. So we read through the plan, right? We did this in plan mode. We're in Claude Code. We hit Shift Tab to go to plan mode. We told the plan mode what we want to build. It gave us this plan in Claude Code, right? We're in Cursor with Claude Code opened up. We got the plan. The plan looks awesome. We're going to hit proceed now. Now it's going to start building it out. It's proceeding. So as it's proceeding, let's chit chat as we build this out and see what it looks like. Oh my God, AI coding is growing too fast. By the end of this year, I doubt we will be writing any code. Let the agents run and show. Yep, exactly what I'm doing right now, Daniel Barath. I barely write any code myself. I launched Creator Buddy back in January. I didn't write a single line of code in that. I haven't wrote a single line of code in that. I'm trying to say most of the ways to engage with this post. Yeah. Claude Code's out, or out. 500 paid subscribers, 300K ARR. Didn't write a single line of code in it. Context engineering is the top subject these days. Here's the thing. I'm bearish. I'm bearish on context engineering. I'm bearish on prompt engineering. I'm bearish on it all. I think these are just short-term trends. People talking about context engineering, and I think like there's just like certain things content creators and people latch onto, like certain narratives they latch onto to kind of sound smarter, right? And I think context engineering, prompt engineering are a couple of those things. I think the way AI is going, it would be a lot smarter. What are we doing? Oh, see, I'm gonna put it on YOLO mode, so it just keeps building as we talk here. I think AI is getting a lot smarter, man. It's getting a lot smarter. It's getting more integrations. It's building more memories, right? And I think we're going to hit the point in the next few years where you talk to an AI, it's already going to know all the context automatically because it knows you. It's been talking to you for years. It's integrated with your Gmail. It's integrated with your X. It reads all your tweets. It's integrated with your Google Drive, so it knows all your documents. You know, it's integrated with the little microphone you hang around your neck, your little ChatGPT pendant. So it knows everything you talk about. So you're not going to need to engineer contact because it'll already have all of your contacts. And because it has an infinite context window, because that's the direction we're going in, there's no context engineering to be done because it knows everything about you. And then in 10 years, when you have a Neuralink, it'll know all your thoughts. So you won't have to context engineer because it'll already know what context you're thinking about putting in there. And that's why I'm bearish on prompt engineering this whole time, is because the AI is going to get so good and it's going to know you so well that you won't need to be hyper specific about your prompting, right? You won't need to make sure you put in thousands of details in your prompting because the AI is going to be so smart and get so good that you don't need to be very specific because it'll already know what you're trying to do because it knows you so well and it knows you're so smart, right? So if I'm placing bets, I'm not betting on context engineering. I'm not betting on prompt engineering because I think AI is only going to make that invaluable. It's only going to make that useless. The smarter AI gets, the less relevant context engineering and prompt engineering gets. So spending all your time trying to figure out perfect prompts and running prompts through 100 different things to make sure it's perfect and all the words are perfect. I don't do any of that. I don't do any of that. That's just slowing you down. It's not going to be necessary in the next year. AI is going to get so smart that prompt engineering and context engineering is going to be pointless because it's already going to know everything you're trying to do because it's so smart and it knows you so well. And it's hooked into every single thing you do. And it reads all your emails and it reads all your tweets and it listens to all your conversations. Now, listen, am I saying that's a great world to live in where AI listens to every single thing you do? Maybe. If you're building it is. All right, let's check out the to-do list. Claude Code built us. So for those just joining, we're growing quick here. We're up to 106 viewers. Simultaneous. Our previous high was 60. We're at 102. That's pretty amazing. Popular pre-July 4th. We're double that. We're double the previous high. People vibing on July 3rd. I love it. We're building a 3D office space out. I'm building a 3D office space with AIs walking around the office space with Claude Code. So here's where we are in the to-do. Initialize Node.js, done. Create basic web structure, done. Now we're going to set up 3JS, which for those who don't know, 3JS is a great 3D library where you can walk around, set up 3D characters very easily. So it's going to set up the scene. It's going to set up the back end server with the AI integration and set up the AI. Okay, so it's going to set up 3JS now. Oh, it's still going. Man, I saw your previous live when you made a YouTube analysis applications. I have a question. Do you prefer Cursor over Windsurf? At the moment, yes, because of for two reasons I prefer Cursor over Windsurf right now. And that's because of background agents in the mobile app. Windsurf doesn't have either of those at the moment. Although, I'll say this. Shout out Windsurf. Shout out Windsurf. Shout out Windsurf. They invited me to their office. What was it, yesterday? I'm losing track of days. 2 days ago? Yeah, 2 days ago. Windsurf invited me to their office 2 days ago. It was awesome. I went to the Windsurf office 2 days ago, met all their people. It was sick. Very nice of them to do. So shout out Windsurf. I love the Windsurf people. I'm a big Windsurf fan. Love the people. I'm rooting for Windsurf. I want them to win. But I also have to be unbiased and honest. And right now, Claude Code's #1, but I am enjoying background agents in Cursor. The commentary on these streams is pure gold. Learned so much that I never think to ask as Modelier. That means a lot, Modelier. Thank you, my friend. That means a lot, Modelier. Thank you. Appreciate that. Do you put your API keys and stuff right in a Claude Code or set up a separate .env file for it to reference? Yeah, never put your set up a .env file, Sierra. I don't put the environment files in the chat, right? So I don't put the environment files in like the chat with Claude Code. And the reason I don't do that is like, those are obviously super valuable, your environment variable, right? They're the keys to AI and spending money and all that. They're super, super private. And like putting it in an AI is just like, you're just exposing it to the internet. Right. And do I think the people at OpenAI and the people at Anthropic are going through chats and like stealing your environment variables? And no, I don't think that. Right. I don't think that at all. But it's just not good security practice to do that. It's not good security practice to have your environment variables on the internet. So just put them in a .env file. Right. Keep it local. Don't put it on the internet. Don't put it in LLMs. Don't put it in the chat and do that. And if you ask the AIs, they don't want it either. They'll say, don't put it in here. For security practice, don't put it in here, right? So there you go. Help me build my fitness app live, LOL says Nestor. Okay, maybe in one of the follow-up live streams, we'll do that. We'll build your fitness app out. How's it going, says Beauty Writer. It is going glorious. It's July 3rd, day before July 4th. Other Americans in here, other Americanos. It's going to be a beautiful sunny weekend. It's warm out. We're live streaming, we're live vibing, we're having fun, we're smiling. Trick the prompt engineering context engineers to have the AI do. You guys need to do me one favor real quick. I've been drinking tremendous amounts of water today so far. I have to go pee-pee. I have to go pee-pee. I'm going to turn the lo-fi up. I'll be back in 45 seconds. Do not leave. Listen to the lo-fi and enjoy. I'll be back in 45. Back. We only. All right, we're back. We are back. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Water because I'm lightheaded because I got up and ran real quick. All right, here we go. Could we connect Claude Code to Unreal Engine and make the 3D world an app? Then we get metahumans that look real. 100%. Noble life path. I think that's the future, man. If you can build that out right now, you're ahead of the game. That noble life. Here we go. Little rant. I go full screen mode. Little ranty here. That's 100% the future, noble life path. Here's the future. This is a multi-trillion-dollar industry I'm about to give you. I'm about to give you a multi-trillion-dollar industry. All right. For those who don't know, music's still running. Sorry, music's still running. For those who don't know, is that only 34 seconds? I only peed for 34 seconds. That was sick. What are we building? Says Alex Garreau. Alex Garreau, we are building a 3D office. We're building a 3D office with AIs walking around. This is going to be really sick. We're building a 3D office with AIs walking around. So Claude Code's working now. I'm answering questions while Claude Code works. So if you have any questions, put it in the chat. And I'm about to go on a little rant-ski about a $1 trillion industry coming that you should get ahead of. For those who don't know, my nerds up in here, or non-nerds, the gaming industry is in shambles right now. The gaming industry is in absolute shambles. There are no good video games coming out. There hasn't been a good video game in a year. We are lucky to get 2 good video games a year anymore. We're like, if you look at the games that came out in like the late 2000s, there was a good video game every week. Every week a good video game came out. Like right when the Xbox 360 came out, there was a good video game every single week that came out. That is a pipe dream now. There are no more good video games. They all stink. The video game is the lowest it's ever been. It stinks. What I'm trying to get here at with the question is the future of video games clearly is AI. Clearly. Right? Because the current era of video games is toast. It's done. It's over. The future is clearly people, very small studios, one-person studios, building 3D worlds in engines like Unreal Engine or mobile games, as Sam Kang says, building 3D worlds in Unreal with AI, powered by AI. And what I mean by that is you can build entire games right now with AI in Unreal Engine, 3D games, with like people walking around, and it's all powered by AI. And you, right? It's just clearly going that way because also VR is taking off, right? VR is taking off. And so that just matches perfectly with the VR tailwinds. So if you are a nerd like me and the music is too loud, sorry, I'll turn it down more. If you're a nerd like me, and for those who don't know, gaming is a massive industry. Gaming is as big of an industry as it gets. Gaming, for those who don't know, is bigger than movies and music combined. Gaming makes more money every year than movies and music combined. It is by far the biggest industry in the entire world, video games. So if you can use AI like Claude Code, you can do this with Claude Code right now. If you can build cool 3D experiences with AI right now, you can get a piece of that multi-trillion-dollar industry. So yes, could we connect Claude Code to Unreal Engine and make 3D worlds? Not only can you do that, noble life path, but you should be doing that because the game industry sucks right now. Sucks. Awful. Video games suck. I've been playing Marvel Rivals for a year straight now. There's been nothing else. So if you can build cool 3D experiences with Claude Code, you can get rich overnight. Like you look at the game Schedule 1. Schedule 1 came out a few months ago. It was made by one person. It was made by one person. And they've sold hundreds of millions of dollars worth because it was like a cool 3D experience where you just sell drugs. But it was a cool 3D experience. They dominated. They made so much money. Yes, it's a huge opportunity right now. Huge opportunity. Massive. Massive, massive, massive. Can you share your cam and software stream setup on X would be perfect. Yeah, happy to do that. I'll do that. I got a Sony EV10 camera. I got some Chinese Amazon lighting. I got this Shure mic, but I'll share it on X. I'll put that. If you're not following my X, follow my X, my Twitter, whatever you want to call it. It's up to you. You suggest something on UI UX design most of the time. With UI generated AI looks monotonous. Is there something that like vibe designing similar to vibe coding? Just spend more time. Right? Yeah, like by default, the AI is going to all make the same kind of generic UI. But if you spend time massaging it, what I like to do when it comes to UI and UX, Daniel Barrett, is when I want to work on UI and make it prettier, I'll talk to the agent, so Claude Code or whatever, and I'll say, give me 3 options to make this UI way better and cleaner. Right? So say you're building your app out. Here's a little bit more alpha for you. Here's a little bit more out. I got to make a video on this. Ooh, this is a good idea for a video. Let me write this down. I keep a Notion with all my video ideas, and throughout the day when I come up with good video ideas, I just go into this Notion doc and put my ideas in. Let me put this in. This is a good one. How to build beautiful apps. 3 options to AI UX idea. Here's if you want to make your mic ducking is overpowering. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. If you want to build beautiful UIs in your apps, here's what you do. Here's what you do. As you're building your app, my mic ducking is overpowering. I don't know what that means. What the hell does that mean? How's my audio is good, right, guys? I don't know what the complaints are about my audio is fine. I don't know. Is it good? Let me know. You go to your AI as you're building your app, and you say, "I want to make this app look prettier. Give me 3 options for how we can make this UI better." In plan mode. Do this in plan mode. Okay, thank you. Audio is good. Thank you. Then the AI will give you 3 options, and then you go, "Okay, let's test these out. Start with option number 1. Build that out, and we'll test it out. I'll let you know what I think." And then the AI goes through the 3 options, and then you choose 1. That's how you get better UIs with AI. That's how you get better looking UIs with AI. All right, let's keep building, shall we? Get some water here. Alex, do you ever make PDR in GPT or Claude and then add that in plan mode to Claude Code? For those who don't know, PRD, I think you meant PRD, product requirements document. Sometimes I do. I'm going to be honest. Most of the time when I'm building, I'm kind of in a flow state. So I'm not giving long-term plans to the AI. I'm kind of just building as I go. I will have my description of my app that I've been brainstorming in like my Notion or my Linear. But I'm usually not feeding just like an entire product requirement document to AI. I'm just usually focused on one feature at a time. So no, not really. I am DBXS, which first of all, good to have you back on the stream. If you're a return viewer, let me know in the chat. If you're a return viewer, let me know in the chat. I'd love to know who's, even if you're watching the replay, let me know in the replies as well. I don't know if people are here for the first time or a repeat. All right, let's get back to building, shall we? So we're here. Let me zoom in a little bit more here so you guys can see. All right. 3D Office AI agent complete. I successfully built a complete 3D office space with interactive AI character. Here's what I created. 3D office environment, AI character, first person controls, backend server. All right, so here, to run the project, copy the, okay, so we got to do an env file. So we file .env, copy over the env example. There we go, save. Okay, so I'm going to need my OpenAI API. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to stop my screen share. We got Evil to Steve in the house. Evil to Steve, I think the first super chatter in FinFam live stream history. Evil to Steve, good to have him in here. Evil to Steve, my man, good to have you here. I need to get my OpenAI API key real quick and put that in so we can test this out. In a second, we are going to test this out to see how it looks. We're going to test to see if Claude one-shot an entire 3D environment. Lakeside vibe listening today, says Magnum MFer. Shout out Magnum MFer. Has been in every single stream. Sitting by the lakeside, you enjoying your July 4th, Magnum MFer? Verify your identity. All right, I'm just logging into OpenAI over here so I can get my AI key so we can test this app out. This would be sick to work, wouldn't it? Wouldn't this be sick if we get an entire 3D world? For those who are just joining, Lake Michigan, damn, good work, man. For those just joining, we are building out a 3D office space with 3D AI characters walking around. So this is going to be really sick. This is going to be awesome. Claude Code just finished the work. I'm getting my API key from OpenAI right now, and I'm putting it into Claude Code. That's why you can't see the screen at the moment. It's because I don't want you taking my API key because I don't want to go bankrupt. Create new CP. This is for AI Office. Default project. I want to not be bankrupt, so I'm not sharing my API key right now. But let me do this. Bing, bada boom. Your API key here. Paste, save, get out of there so you can't see it anymore. Okay. All right, let's share the screen again. Let's share the screen. Share screen. And let's see if our 3D office space works. All right, so we're in here. We got to do npm run dev. Run npm run dev in one terminal. Let's see what the instructions are here. Run npm run dev in one terminal and npm run server in another terminal. Okay, so we're going to do this. Let's open up the terminal. We have a backend. So I guess we go to, okay, so let's go npm run dev. Boom, that works. Okay. And I'll share the screen in a second so you can see what's going on my other screen, so you can see what's if the app works. Now let's run the server. I'm going to imagine it's C into the server. And you have you just do npm run dev in there as well. npm run server. npm run server. Or it might have me do it from, let's do this. Let's back up. npm run server. Is that running? Yep, that's running. Okay. So let's do this. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Woo! Stop screen. Let's go share screen. This was one shot by Claude. This is one shot by Claude Code. Talk to agent. Hello, I'm your AI officer. How can I help you today? Hey, how are you doing? Send. Hello, I'm doing great. Thank you. Woo! You saw that live from beginning to end. You saw that live from beginning to end. How sick is this? How sick is this? I didn't do anything like secretive. I wasn't like coding in the background. There was no prep for this in the background. This is sick. Look at this. This is full AI. How did the Celtics do last season? Boston Celtics finished 2020-21 NBA season record of 36 wins connected to AI. Let's go. Oh my God. Now imagine if this was like hooked up to like voice, so I can speak to the AI agent. Oh, this is amazing. This is amazing because I have so many ideas. I have so many ideas. How many tokens for it? This is not much. How do I, what's the command where I can see how many tokens this costs? What command? I never done it before in Claude Code. What's the Claude Code command that shows you how many tokens you've done? Cost. Let's see here. With your Claude Mac, no need to monitor cost. Your subscription includes. I don't know. There you go. The right wing wall is the Alex painting. Grokked. Isn't this incredible? Oh, usage. Usage. Let's see what we got here. We did this in one shot. one shot usage. As accessibility as usage is one, whatever. Oh, I don't even have it up. So now, oh, there's so many cool things. And so for those who just joined, the stream just exploded. We're at 130. We're at 130 concurrent, which is we're at triple the previous high. If you're just joining, leave a like. Leave a like. Make sure to subscribe. Turn on notifications. I have a banger video coming out tomorrow about how to use Claude Code even better. A banger video. Subscribe and turn on notifications right now. So for those who just joined, what we built in one shot with Claude Code is what you can see here. This is a 3D office space, right? I can walk around this office space. This is a 3D office space, and there's this AI agent walking around right here, and I can speak to him, and I can type to him. Press E to talk. What's your name? Let's see what their name is. And that's AI. I'm your office assistant here to help you with questions. Oh, and it has the chat above the head. That's so sick. That's so sick. And so I can walk around. I have so many. It's just 3JS. Yeah, 3JS, but like 3JS is sick, but Claude Code built this out. Claude Code built this out. How amazing is that? This is amazing what is built in this little time. Love the dude running away and coming back. Yeah, it like has like its own like its own life. Like it's just walking around. Like I bet we can give it a personality and stuff. Let's see, I want like a dog. I want to add a dog to the office. Let's have an office dog. Let's get an office dog here. This looks awesome. Well, actually, let's fix one bug real quick. The one bug is when you're chatting with the AI, it moves you around, right? So WASD moves you around, and if you use WASD while chatting, it moves you around while chatting. So just fix that real quick. Whenever you have bugs, you just describe to the AI what the bug is and fix it. This looks awesome. One small issue when I'm chatting with the AI and typing in the chat, WASD still moves me around. I shouldn't move around while I'm typing to the AI. Dude, I think you just call him Bernardo Teixeira. Should I name him? I'm going to name him Bernardo Teixeira. We'll give him a name too. Bernardo, you'll forever be in my 3D world. I'll fix the issue right away. So I just gave it the error. It's going and fixing the issue. This is how you use the AI Claude Code. Anytime you run an error, you just put it in there. Or you could have that robot from Interstellar, except you might get a copyright thing. So never mind. If I sell it, it would get a copyright. Let's put a little dog. I want to put a little dog in that whenever you talk to it, goes woof woof. So it's fixing the issue. Guys, how amazing is that? Isn't that sick? Let me switch it back. Window 3D Office Agent. This was one shot with 3JS. This entire, and the AI just works. The AI, yeah, you can have a mic option later, says Matthias. Yeah. So imagine like we set this up where it's just always running and I have a mic set up and I can just talk to the AI. Okay, I think they fixed it. I think it flashed because the AI, let's see. Talk. Yep, now it doesn't move me around while I'm typing. Let's see, what can we ask the AI? Write me a full research report on Robinhood stock. Let's see if this works. It's like if I just ever have questions, I can walk in here and talk to my AI agent. Oh, I can provide you a summary of key points about Robinhood stock, and it wrote me this entire report. My little 3D AI in my 3D world. Like, I think this is the future of like gaming. I really do. I think this is the future of like AI, like gaming is you have 3D worlds. I'm trying to figure out there we go. I wanted this one. You have 3D worlds. And if you have recommendations for what you want me to add to this, let me know in the chat. I'll build it out. If there's things you want me to add to this, let me know in the chat. I'll build it out right now. Like, I think this is the future of like gaming and a lot of other experiences. these like 3D worlds powered by AI where you're walking around and there's a bunch of people you can interact with and you can talk to them and it's AI replying to you and talking to you and all that. I think this is sick. I'm in this 3D world and everyone I talk to is powered by AI. And like I can maybe I make like a bunch of different personas and a bunch of different people with like expertise. Maybe I have like a financial advisor AI walking around like, oh, I need financial advice. I walk up to the financial advisor. I think this is sick. Shot this too. We one shot this too. You could look into buying all the Amazon Astrobots that they were called and hook Claude up to it instead. This is already more advanced than they got. Yeah, I know, right? Ask them to do a PowerPoint presentation. We got to hook up a PowerPoint presentation to it. I have a crazy idea. Should I share it with you or make it myself? You choose. Is it related to what I'm building here? If it's related to what I'm building here, share it. I'll build it out. This little guy's okay. Let's put a dog in the office space. Let's put a dog in here, shall we? Let's put a dog in our 3D office. There's no way I filmed a video after this. My voice is shot. This looks fantastic. Can we have an office dog running around that barks whenever I talk to it? Let's build out a little 3D office dog in our office space. So for those just joining, we got a lot of new people in the stream. We just with Claude Code built out a 3D AI-powered office space. I showed you how to set up Claude Code. I showed you how to build out a plan. I showed you how to communicate with it. I showed you how to build out this 3D world. I'll show you the 3D world again in a second. This has been amazing. If you're in here and you haven't introduced yourself yet, get in the chat. Get in the chat and introduce yourself. Say, hey, and your name from wherever you're at. Everyone in FinFam, this isn't like an anon chat where everyone just kind of watches from the corner and is quiet and sad. No, no, no. If you're in the live stream, you get in the chat and you introduce yourself. Everyone in the listen, these could be your future business partners. These could be your business partners, right? The people in this chat right now, these could be the people you build your next app with, right? They could be the ones that, oh, you're building that, I'm building this too. Let's meet up and build this. And then you start your business, you're making millions of dollars, right? So if you're new to the stream, you just got in here, if you've been quiet the whole time, get in the chat right now. Say, hey, this is my name. I'm from here. Right now. Right now. So it's building out the dog. This isn't your normal live stream. This is a community coding tech live stream, entrepreneurship live stream, where we get to, this is interactive. We talk to each other, we build out each other's ideas, we push each other forward, we get each other to go to the next step. We get each other to start each other's businesses. We work with each other to push each other forward. We grow each other's socials. We follow each other. We hang out. We become friends. This isn't your regular live stream where you're just sitting here with popcorn, you're just watching. No, 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 no. This is a community live stream. Let's see if our dog's walking around the office, shall we? Let's see if our dog is walking around the office. Here we go. Wait. Is that it? Is that the dog? Is he going to walk around? He's walking around. We got an office dog. Woof. He says woof. The office dog says woof. The office dog says woof. The office dog. Oh, my little thing's messed up here. The office dog said woof when I talked to it. How amazing is that? We got an office dog. We got an office dog. Oh, there's the office dog. Come on, office dog. Woof for me. Yes. Yes. We got an office dog. That's great. I love that. I'm from Barcelona, Spain. One question. How can I run Claude Code without asking me always for permissions? I don't know. It asks me for permissions the first time too. You just say yes. It's not a big deal. It's not that big of a deal. The little guy's name must be Buddy. Yeah, we should name it Buddy. We should name it Buddy. Bobby from San Diego here. What's up, Bobby? Good to have you in the stream, my man. Fellow Californian. Fellow Californian now. So how many people in California? Camille says, I'm watching your live of doing vibe coding and generating OKR apps. I love it. Listen, you have two options when you're in the stream. Two options when you're in the stream. You can watch with us, learn what I'm doing, hang out in the chat. You can also vibe code. You pull up your own cursor, you ignore everything I'm doing, you just build. You build on your own time, and we kind of co-work here, build together, right? Hello from Brazil, says Moto Sempre. Good to have you from Brazil, Moto. What up, Bob? Beauty writer. Nice dog, says Camille. You like the dog? Hey, guys, I'm Damien, software engineer from Argentina. Wow, we have a global audience. Global audience now. So if you're watching, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Bang your video coming either tomorrow or Saturday. If my voice is not, it's probably coming Saturday because I need my voice to recover to do a video. So we're building out we got the 2D employee walking around. We got the dog. Should we add a second? Okay, so let's do this. Here's what we're going to build out here. Here's what we're going to build out here. Hi, FinFam. I am Tin from Hamburg, Germany, enjoying Greece right now. Love your vibe coding shows. Dude, first of all, shout out Greece. I know you're from Germany, but you're in Greece, so shout out Greece. Greece is my favorite country I've ever visited outside America. Greece is my favorite country I've ever vacationed in. If anyone here hasn't been there yet, go to Greece. It's so beautiful. The water is so incredible. The food is so amazing. People are so nice. Greece is number one. If you haven't been to Greece yet, go to Greece. Go to Greece. Incredible. Don't do the tourist stuff either. Don't do like Mykonos, like tourist stuff. Do like the lesser known islands. You're going to have the time of your life. And get in the ocean. Get in the Mediterranean. Get in the Mediterranean. Get in the Mediterranean. I know it's a sea. It's not an ocean. Get in the Mediterranean Sea. Something in that water. Something in that water. The minerals in the water. I never slept so good as I did when I was in Greece. I never slept so good as I did when I was in Greece. Something about the minerals in the Mediterranean. You sleep like a baby. Look at the dog. The dog's hilarious. The dog's walking sideways across the office. We have an office dog. I kind of want to have like an office parrot. By the way, my name is Omar from Minas Gerais, Brazil. Amazing time to be alive in vibe coding. Just the Bolt Hackathon. What'd you build in the Bolt Hackathon, Omar? Good on you, man. I got my X account going again. We'll reveal my plans for world domination next few weeks. Follow me if you want early invites. Evilist Steve, do I follow you on X? Get me on X, Evilist Steve. I want to make sure I follow you. I want to shout out all my subscribers on here, the people who did the join thing, the people in the FinFam. I appreciate you. I learned everything because of you. Thanks, man. Now I'm senior dev, but I struggle with database. Can please make two? Yeah, I can do a full back end video on like Supabase. I can definitely do that. I went a few weeks in Saudi Bay on deployment. Crete was, Crete's amazing. Greece is beautiful. Greece is so good. Sideways dog photo bomb. I love the dog walking through the screen is incredible. The meta has a much higher quality salinity, which minerals and other nutrients. Yeah, I know. Something about it, man. See if you can upgrade the assets textures with something like Polyhaven or CG Trader. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's try to upgrade the assets real quick. Although I think these assets are pretty cool. Let's try to upgrade it anyway. Share screen. Let's go back to Claude Code. Okay. This looks fantastic, but someone from my chat just said we could upgrade the assets textures with something like Polyhaven or CG Trader. Is this true? How can we make all the assets and textures better? Right? So this is how you talk. This is how you talk to the AI. We're in plan mode. We're just asking questions. We're vibing. We're hanging out. Hi guys, I'm Victoria Shima from Nigeria. I'm so excited about building with AI. I want to build an AI translator app that translates my native language to English. You should 100% do that. That'd be awesome. Probably be pretty simple to do as well. I'd go to Claude.com and I'd say, hey, how do I build this app? Download Claude Code and build it out. You can build that in one sitting. I just built a 3D world in 1 hour. You can probably build that in 20 minutes, Victoria. 100% you should do that. 100%. How do I get on Time Fun? Is it on Phantom or the website? You go to time.fun. I'm on time.fun. Tweets always. I'm on there. Have you done much with graphics, Jen? I tried to get Claude to make some SVG. I haven't done this is my first time doing anything 3D really. Alright, what's it saying? Okay, so it's doing research on our 3D assets to see how it works. I think it's Roblox, which allows players to create mini games. Now imagine you have the same in a 3D world, but games can be generated from yeah. Roblox should integrate with AI. And there's no way I record a video after this. The voice is gone. Great content. Thank you. I'm building a school-like website to maintain a community. Think on using Bunny Stream to host my videos for the courses. Any suggestions? All my demo videos and all that I use for my app, I just have it as like unlisted videos on YouTube. That's all I do. It's simple. Probably not going to read this, but I follow you app starter story video. Now I am building apps to learn many things and earn some money in future, hopefully. Greetings from Turkey. This is Mert. Mert, well, I did read it. I did read it. Mert, you got to give me a little bit more credit than that. I did read it. Second of all, thank you. Glad you learned something, and I'm proud of you, man. Way to take action. Way to take action. Way to like see the video and be like, I'm going to build something. I love that, dude. I love that. I'm going to Turkey this summer, by the way. I'll be in Turkey in 2 months. Visiting Turkey. Going on a little Euro trip in a couple months. Turkey's on the itinerary, so I will be going there. Here you have amazing food. Amazing food in Turkey, I'm hearing. I'm also into crypto, so I would love to explore using Claude for building that. You 100% can do that, Victoria. I have a couple of crypto app ideas I've been thinking about. But there's so much opportunity. There's so much opportunity. All right, let's see what Claude wants to do to improve our graphics. Based on my analysis, here's what I found and what could be done to add textures to the office scene. A texture loader is already here. No texture files. Okay, so plan to add textures. Add texture files here. Update Office.js to load and apply the textures. All right, let's do it. We can add textures. Let's execute that. So Claude Code's going to go and build out the textures for us. I did an app for motorcycle people to use as a gamified app embedded with a shop, a site, a community, and GPS tracker trying to take all things together. That's amazing, Moto. I love that. That's so cool that you're building apps in like things you're interested in, right? You clearly like motorcycles. Your whole picture is you with a motorcycle helmet on, and you're building a motorcycle app. How sick is that? That's amazing. Also, if you're enjoying the stream, leave a like down below. We'll get more people on here. And the FinFam. Every week we've done this. We've expanded the FinFam. This is our third live stream. We do this every Thursday. Every Thursday we did this. We started 2 weeks ago. I think we topped off at 51 concurrent. Then we did this last week, and we topped off at, I think it was 62 concurrent. I think we've got up to 130 concurrent on here on this stream. So this is a big one for us. I put out a bunch of videos that went viral this week, so that's probably what got more people into the FinFam this week. Hi guys, how y'all doing? This is Kingdom's MC Highlights. Good to have you on here, Kingdom's MC Highlights. All right, so what's Claude Code doing over here? Okay. Okay, so it's going to upgrade the player assets. Let's do it. Upgrade them. All right, so it's upgrading the assets. Replace the characters with Ready Player Me avatar. Is it going to download, or do I have to do phase one? Download. Oh, so I have to download the assets? I might have to download the assets. Maybe I'll do it. Add character upgrade. Replace capsule characters with Ready Player Me avatar. Okay, so texture loading structure. Would texture load? Oh, do I have to get all those in there? Or can it generate set texture loading? Let me do this. Am I going to have to download all of these textures one by one? Let's see what it's doing here. You've been killing it, bro. I follow you on X. Any chance you would do a tour on video of like software you use to create and manage for all the platforms you're on, says Bobby? Yeah, man, I'd be happy to do that. I'll give you a quick rundown right now if you want. Right now, I'm live streaming on StreamYard. I use StreamYard stream because I think it's the easiest. So StreamYard camera on Sony ZV-E10. I got a little light box, $60 cheap lighting on Amazon, China probably. Microphone's the Shure podcast mic. Editing, I use CapCut. CapCut I've been using for editing, pretty simple. And that's about it. Anything in particular you want to know, Bobby? Any particular gadgets or software you want me to go through? Indeed, this year compared to last is crazy. Even month-to-month results are night and day. I see. Yeah, AI is crazy. Now Turkey, Istanbul is. I think I'm going to Istanbul. And best sea and food is the Western Coast. A lot of history and good people. Wish you a great time in Turkey. Obviously, of course, can't wait to go to Turkey, man. Alex, not sure it applies to the stream idea, but you should look into the hooks and Claude. I'm going to be doing that. Also, Cursor just got big updates. Cursor just got big updates as well. I think there's a few new features I'll have to go through and make a video on. No, you won't have to download Textures 1.1. Let me create a better solution for you. Let me use, what did it just say? Let me use, is it going to procedurally generate it for us? Say? Is it going to, did it say it's going to procedurally generate? Oh my God. I'm looking at what it's doing in the background. It's building stuff out for us. It's making it look prettier. I think it's procedurally generating everything. I don't think I'm going to have to download any assets. I think it's just going to prove all the, it's going to prove all the assets for us. It's pretty cool. I'm going to turn the music. Oh, the music's already. I think he's talking about the software and all the services you use for your apps. Oh, for like how I build my own apps out. I'm happy to go through anything in particular you're curious about. Anything in particular I can go through when it comes to the software, man? Happy to go through it. All right, do you guys want to see what the 3D environment looks like now? Let's see. It made some upgrades. It's not a huge upgrade, but it's a little bit better. We have like a floor. The desks look a little bit more realistic. We have some work we can do. We'll work on the textures a little bit here. I don't know if you can see the detail, but there's now like a texture on the floor. The desks now have a chair. There's a little bit more detail. There's now trees in the back left and back right. It's kind of cool. I think the dog and the human look the same. The lighting, so there's lights up there now. Let's do this. I want a wood floor. Let's add a wood floor. Let's go back. Let's go back into Claude Code. Let's get a wood floor in this, shall we? If you have recommendations for what you guys want to add to, let me know in the chat. Some things I want to change here. Can you make the floor a wood floor? Like a tiled wood? Let's see what they say with that. Nice grain texture there. Let's see if they can. I want to improve the floor. I want to make it like a wood floor. I'm based in Albania. I have a friend who just went to Albania. I'm trying to create an AI startup. Profit is really hard. How do I get people to pay subscription? Cool, says Deal. Good question, Deal. Can't moving forward. Cannot film videos on live stream days. Well, Claude Code goes there. Yeah, you want to get revenue for your AI startup. Want to get some subscribers? Deal. Here's how you do it. You create content. Share your journey. I call it the share your journey framework, right? You go on X, Deal. Go on Twitter. You start building your app. You film a video you building. You share it on Twitter. People watch it. They get interested and sign up. You build more. You ship more. You share more. They sign up more. And you go in that circle over and over and over again, right? So I have Creator Buddy. I have my app Creator Buddy. It's an AI content tool, creatorbuddy.io. And the days I get the most customers into the app are the days that I tweet about the app, what I'm building, right? I tweet about what I'm building. So I build a new feature, I'll record a video, and I'll tweet it out. And you don't need a huge audience to do this. How do you build an audience? You create content, right? So you go, you film yourself building your app, building out features, you put it out X, that gets you followers, that gets you an audience that will then go and buy your app. So it's the SYJ framework, the share your journey framework deal. That's how you get customers and get subscribers. Got to be creating content. Have to be creating content. Claude Code's asked me for confirmations every time. Is there a way to avoid that? Yeah, there's a second option. Every time it asks you for approval, there's like a second one that says, yes, do this anyway, always, or something. I'm sorry I just got in the live stream. Which game genre are you trying to code? So what we're building on this stream, Kingdoms MC Highlights, is a 3D AI app where you're in like a 3D office and you can talk to AI characters, ask them questions and they respond to like a 3D office. Feature suggestion for Video Buddy. Parse their chat and put little flags on world map for all the people who put their location in the chat. That's a sick idea. We would have to check to see if the live stream chat logs go through the API. But that's a good idea. I'm going to do that. Thanks, bro. I'm tech savvy but curious, and others may be at very beginner level. So I kind of like an MTV Cribs of your computer, but for X. I use this Creator Buddy. Oh, and YouTube for CapCut. Yeah, I can do that. I use Creator Buddy for X, so coming up with my content. CapCut for editing my YouTube videos. That's about it. Software-wise, StreamYard for doing live streaming. That's about it. Okay, let's see if our it says perfect. I've updated the floor to use a beautiful wood texture with enhanced wood floor. Floor has now a classic hardwood office look with realistic wood grain texture that adds warmth and character to the space. So I'm going to do a little spoil for you guys and let you know that it's not liquid wood on this. Let's do this. The look of the floor didn't change at all. Something didn't go right. For those who just joined the stream, I'll show you what the app we're building looks like so far. We got an entire 3D office space we built out here. Check this out. So you can walk around the office space and you can chat with the AI agent and say, "Hey, how you doing?" And this is all powered by AI, so the AI agent can talk to you back, right? So that's pretty cool. Then you have a little office dog walking around that goes woof woof when you talk to it. Say woof woof, office dog, woof woof. So imagine filling this office space up with like other AI agents and people you can talk to. That's pretty cool. Every office needs a clipboard. Should we put a clipboard in there? Bro, I know this is private. I don't know where this is going. And maybe you don't want to share this, but as a software engineer, I'd love to know about how much it costs you to run your main app, which is used by thousands. Oh, I'm happy to share that. So people want to know how much it costs to run my main app. I'm going to tell you right now. By far the biggest expense for Creator Buddy. So Creator Buddy, I have 500 paid subscribers using it every month. It has $300,000 ARR. The costs for me are this. I use the X API, the Twitter API, right? That's what brings in tweets for the app. Right? So my app, for those that don't know, is a AI content app. Twitter helps you write tweets and stuff. So it pulls in all your tweets. It syncs all your tweets from X. I pay $5,000 a month for that API. That's just how much the X API costs. $5,000 a month. That's my biggest expense. Then there's AI expense. Pay about $1,000 a month for Claude API. And I pay like $20 a month for the database, $20 a month for the hosting, $20 a month for the email service. That's about it. So what's that like? Call it $6,500 is my cost a month on $25,000 MRR. Bad. I mean, the biggest expense is taxes, right? 1,000 USD for Claude. Yeah, well, everything you do in Creator Buddy's powered by AI. So everything runs through the Claude API. Everything is AI powered. Why use Cursor in Claude and not VS Code in Claude? Because Cursor has background agents built in, which I think are very helpful. Audio is cutting out again. Is audio cutting out again for people? Is audio cutting out again? $1,000. Yeah, everything in Creator Buddy's powered by AI, so everything has hard costs. That's why there's like no free trial. Is because everything has hard costs. Everything costs me money. Everything costs me money because it's powered by AI. Why not have several Max accounts connect? Because that's not how it's an API. You don't have Max for the API. Yeah, audio cuts off a bit here and there. Really? I really don't know what to do. Maybe it's the music. I'll just turn the music off and see if that fixes anything. Maybe it's the music. I don't know. Let me know if it keeps happening. You told me the Ultra tiers. Yeah, well, no, well, it's $200 for Claude Max for Claude Code, like the Claude tools, but I'm paying for the API. The API is different. The API has hard costs, right? Everything in Creator Buddy, like, has hard costs. I'll show you. So in Creator Buddy, here you go. I'll show you a little live demo Creator Buddy, right? So you put in a tweet idea, you say repurpose, and the AI repurposes your tweet for you and comes up with a tweet template, right? So this is powered by AI, right? Like an AI wrote this tweet template for me. So this has a hard cost. This costs like, 5 cents or something to do. And now I have tons of people doing this. They do it multiple times a day. It comes out to about $1,000 a month it costs me. Yeah, much better without the music. All right, we won't do any music moving forward. That's fine. Um, that's fine. Okay, maybe it has something to do with the audio filtering. Yeah, it's probably the background music. Have you tried spawning swarms of agents in Claude Code yet? Is this similar to big agents in Cursor? Yeah, you can do that. A lot of people are talking about that. So for those who don't know, you can, in Claude Code, say, build swarms of agents. And I'll show you that right now. So in Claude Code, you can literally give a command, spin up multiple agents to do X, Y, Z, right? And then if you hit enter, Claude Code will literally create multiple AI agents that go out and do things for you, which is cool. But I don't feel the need for that right now. When I use AI agents, what I do is, and I'm gonna have a video out on this either tomorrow or Saturday, so make sure to hit subscribe and turn on the bell icon. If you haven't turned on the bell icon yet, turn on the bell icon right now. That's gonna show you how I combine Claude Code with background agents in Cursor. So background agents in Cursor are incredible. If you combine them correctly with Claude Code, you get unbelievable results, unbelievable results, unbelievable results. So I'll show you the workflow in my next video, and I'll do this on live stream too in the next live stream. I'll show you the workflow you do on, like, what you have Claude Code do and what you have the background agents do, because the background agents are incredible. The background agents they have an app now. Shit, I just slammed my watch. The background agents, they now have a Cursor app where you can spin up agents on the go. You can spin up agents on the go, and they just do work for you. So if you combine this with Claude Code, then you are, in the words of my good friend Ray Fernando, cooking. Then you're cooking. If you're spinning up the AI agents, the background agents in Cursor, and you're combining them with Claude Code, baby, you're cooking with gas, as my good friend Ray Fernando would say. If you're not subbed to Ray Fernando, you're a moron. Get Ray Fernando. We'll leave the stream, but make sure after. Open up a second tab. Open up a second tab and subscribe to Ray Fernando on YouTube as well. Makes excellent AI videos. This is exactly what I'm pining to know. Cursor and Claude, says Adam Forbes. Adam Forbes, spectacular professional name, first of all. Spectacular Adam Forbes, professional name. I love it. Spectacular professional profile picture. I love that as well. Next video, Adam Forbes. Next video coming out in the next 2 days. How to combine Cursor with Claude Code background agents. The ultimate workflow for building with Claude Code background agents. Let them cook. Let them cook. Imagine an AI agent in a 3D environment that chats, X tweets of a specific user account you follow. How would that work though, Vibeware? Like, how what kind of interaction, right? So you have this 3D office environment up all day, right? So you have this 3D office environment up, you have it on your another tab in your browser, it's sitting on your screen. and you have an AI agent walking around, and it shouts out tweets from Alex Finn every time he tweets. What are you looking you just want that just to play in the background as you're working? What kind of interaction are you looking for there? What are you looking to get out of that? What kind of interaction are you looking for? Are you looking just to, in the background all day, hear people shout out tweets? Or do you want, like, a chat box where you can go and then review tweets later? What are you looking? Because I could build that. I'm just trying to figure out what's the value you're looking for out of that. You know what I'm saying, dog? Homie, big dog, big homie, doggy homie. Maybe have the tweets scrolling on the whiteboard for at a glance following. That's a pretty good idea. Let me write that down. So I'm gonna give a little spoiler for you guys. I'm gonna give a little spoiler. On the whiteboard, have things scrolling or on it. Can be stocks or your portfolio or tweets from someone. I got a little spoiler for you guys here. I'm for my next app that I'm building, my sequel to Creator Buddy, trying to get this mic to stay still. It's going to be a version of what we built today. Let me just say that. It's gonna be a version of what we built today. So you'd want the tweets to show up on the whiteboard. Okay, we can do that. I pay $5,000 a month for the X API, so I have that data. I have that data. We can build that. We can build that 100%. Might be filtered for specific type of tweet, like user posted AI startup. Okay, that's interesting. Build an MMA Fed app with 3D office fights. It can be done. It can be done. That can be done. I like that. It could be like town criers where they jump out of town when someone prominent and follow posts. Yeah, but do you want that? Like a background agent just talking and yapping all day? This person tweeted, this person tweeted. There's something there. I'm just trying to figure out what's there. There's something to that idea. Maybe they put like a piece of paper on your desk that has the tweet on it, or maybe the tweet shows up on the whiteboard, or maybe it's just a notification and you click it and the AI agent walks over and lets you know. Can get notifications and you click the notification and the AI runs over and talks to you. Could be something like that. If I understand, you don't like feeding PRDs, you just prompt Claude Code until it's production ready. Correct. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, like, you watch any of these other AI channels, they have all these complex workflows. They go to one AI and they spin up a product requirement stock, and then they go to another AI, like a taskmaster AI that makes all the tasks, and they take all those tasks, feed it through this prompt analyzer that builds a specific prompt, and they take that from the prompt analyzer and they put that in Claude Code. They go, "Oh, break this down into steps and all this." I don't do any of that. I go into Claude Code and I say, "Hey, this is what I wanna build. What do you think?" Enter, send it. I don't use any third-party PRD tools and third-party task management tools and third-party testing tools and third-party prompt optimizing tools. I just go to Claude Code and say, "Hey, buddy, what's up? Think about building a 3D office world. What should we add to it?" Enter. And then it builds a plan in plan mode, and as long as you have a good rules file, it'll build you a pretty detailed, in-depth plan. And you go, "Sounds good, enter." And then if you have other ideas, little detailed ideas you wanna add as you go on, then you just spin up a background agent on Cursor and you say, "Hey, build this out for me." Go, send, boom. It goes and builds it. I listen, you're gonna, over the next 10 years, get 1,000,000,001 AI tools shoved down your throat, and a ton of them are gonna be amazing, amazing, amazing AI tools that are very helpful and do amazing things, 100%. But, like, Here's the thing, keep it fucking I shouldn't curse. Try not to curse. I don't wanna be demonetized. Keep it friggin' simple. Bleep. Keep it friggin' simple, okay? I try to keep my workflow as simple, optimized, tool-free as I can. I don't need a tool for optimizing prompts and optimizing context and MCP server here. The audio is already going nuts, bro. The audio is going nuts? What do you mean the audio is going nuts? Someone give me a breakdown after the stream ends on what's wrong with the audio. I keep getting complaints about the audio. Is the audio that bad? What's wrong with the audio? Oh, I know what's wrong with the audio. I know what's wrong with the audio. I know what's wrong with the audio. I'll fix it for the next one. I have this I could probably just fix it right now, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, I just fixed it. The issue is how's the audio now? Is the audio now? No, the issue with the audio is I have an auto it's built into the microphone, it's auto levels, where it bumps up the noise and lowers the noise based on how loud I'm talking. And the issue is there's a slight delay to it. So if I go up and start yelling into the microphone and then I pull back, it'll lower whatever I'm saying next so that you can barely hear it. That's the issue. I just figured it out. That's been the issue the entire time. I just turned it off, so it shouldn't be doing the auto leveling anymore. It's just auto leveling. It's just delayed a second, so it moves things up too high and moves it down. Very muffled now? God, okay, I just turned it back on. What the hell? I just turned it back on. Whatever, I don't care. Sure, screw you, sure. I have a really good idea for a game, but what was I saying? Oh, yeah, so I keep the tool simple. Keep it simple, stupid. I don't have a million AI tools in my workflow. I use Claude Code, I use Cursor, and I use an AI chatbot. Here, let me turn the auto level off, and then I'll turn now okay. How's it sound now? Does it sound good now? Should sound good now, I think, right? Alright, should sound good now. Have you ever thought about writing a book about this whole AI vibe coding thing? Yes. Oh, now it's good, finally? God, was the audio wasn't bad the entire stream, was it? We didn't just go 2 hours of bad audio, did we? Did we just have a full 2-hour stream of bad audio? Have you ever thought about writing a book about this AI vibe coding thing? Did was this has this been a good stream audio-wise? Like, I know there's been hiccups here and there, but this is gonna be like the type of thing where I watch the replay back and I'm, like, wanting to light myself. I don't wanna okay, it's been fine? Alright. Have you ever thought about writing a book? I'm going to write a book. I'm going to write a book. It wasn't horrible, but it was good. But here's the thing, it's not gonna be a book about vibe coding. It's been good the time I've been in here. Alright, good. It's not gonna be a vibe coding book. It's gonna be deeper than that, right? I don't like to do things that are the same as everyone else, 'cause there's gonna be audio's been like 90% quality. It's in and out a little bit. It's clearing. Okay, good. There's gonna be a million vibe coding books over the next 2 years. Mine's gonna be different. It's gonna be more biography style about my life, but with the purpose of it being, like, teaching you how to vibe code and, like, start a business, but then it'll have an interesting narrative because I think my life has had a very interesting narrative. For those who don't know much about me, maybe you discovered me on YouTube over the last 2 weeks because I've had a few videos go bonkers. I, like, failed school. I was, like, 2.4 GPA in high school, 2.4 GPA in college, lost my scholarship, student, fired for multiple jobs. Like, I'm like a bum or was a bum most of my life, like total bum, total failure, never amounted to much, never thought I would amount to much, always thought I was gonna be an idiot, always thought I wasn't gonna accomplish anything. Um, like, literally up until I'm 35, literally up until the age of 25, thought I was a total failure and never would do anything in life, and would have to fake it the entire way. to be, like, even mediocre in life, honestly. That's the way I was up until 25. I realized I was nothing but a D student throughout college, nothing but a D student in high school, fired from my first couple jobs, never got along with any of my bosses, never got along with any of my coworkers. Like, I was just convinced I was a total moron, period. Then 25 hits, and I build my first app, and I didn't realize I could do that. I didn't realize I was capable of that. Something clicked on in me was just like, if I put myself out there and build stuff and, like, try to learn things, I could improve, and I can get smarter, and I can create things, and I can create economic value for myself, and I kinda had this awakening, right? And so, my book is gonna be about that journey of going from nothing to something, going from, "I think I'm an idiot," to, "Oh my god, I can accomplish a lot," and because of vibe coding and AI, you can accomplish more than you can imagine. So that's what the book's gonna be. It's not gonna be about how to vibe coding 101. It's gonna be more about, here's my journey and here's how your life changes when you realize you have agency, and you realize you have control over your life. And you realize that once you put yourself out there and put in an effort and build and create and realize, as Steve Jobs said, everything around you is built by people stupider than you. Once you have that realization, you can accomplish anything you want, and vibe coding and AI is just a tool to do that. AI and vibe coding is useless if you have 0 agency, if you have 0 initiative, if you're not autodidactic. That's the word of the stream, autodidactic. If you're not autodidactic, AI and vibe coding is useless. It is a useless tool. But the moment you realize you're capable of anything, let's put a little brain rot on the screen while we do this. Share screen window. Let's have our 3D app walking around as we little brain rot 3D app. How about we do this? I can watch the dog walk around while I chat, so you have dopamine hits going. Once you realize you AI is useless until you become autodidactic, until you become autonomous and can think on your build things on your own and get initiative to build, then that's when vibe becomes super helpful. My voice is shot. What was your timeline from idea to production with Creator Buddy? Started building Creator Buddy when I discovered Cursor in August 2024, launched it January 2025. 100K ARR and now ARR. Are you more focused on web apps and websites or mobile apps? I'm more focused on, web apps and websites. It's just the art form I'm more interested in. Same, bro. I was a 2.7 student, joined the Navy at 27, medically retired last year. Now I'm about to finish my MBA with straight A's. I love it. We've been going for 2 hours, guys. My voice is shot. My throat's on fire. We built an incredible 3D AI app on stream today. If you learned anything at all, leave a like. Make sure to subscribe. Turn on the bell icon. Turn on the bell icon. We'll be launching a video in 2 days. If you enjoyed this, let me know. If you made it all the way to the end here, leave a reply on the video. Leave a reply. Uh, bark, bark. Do bark, bark to represent our 3D dog, our office dog that we just built. Bark, bark. If you made it to the end on the replay, let me know in the replies of bark, bark. I want to know if you made it to the end. I'm curious to see how many people made it to the end. A little shout out to our 3D dog we made. I do this every Thursday. Every Thursday, I live stream vibe coding, building apps, taking your questions, doing cool stuff. Make sure to turn on the bell icon. Sign up for my newsletter too. alexfin.ai, alexfin.ai for the AI newsletter. And I appreciate you guys. Leave a like, leave a like, leave a like. And this is a blast. This is the most fun part of the week, honestly. This is the most fun part of the week for me. I love hanging out with you guys and building. It really is a blast. Stop by every Thursday, usually at 1 p.m. PST. Maybe we'll keep it at noon PST every Thursday, though, 'cause did really well. We had our biggest audience yet. This was our most successful stream yet. We got up to 130 concurrent viewers. Incredible. Love you guys from the bottom of my heart. Have an amazing holiday weekend if you're in America. Have an amazing weekend if you're not in America. Appreciate you all. Love you all. Feel free to DM me on X. You're on Twitter and follow me. You can DM me there. Feedback on the stream, let me know on X as well. Let me know your feedback on X as well. Feedback on the stream. Would love to hear it. Love you guys, seriously, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll see you in the next one. New video this weekend, another live stream next Thursday. See you guys there. Appreciate you all. Love you all, seriously, more than you can imagine. Bye, guys.